Hey, B, it's Jamie. That's me here. Listen, I want to talk about the ultimate. I'm sorry, the ultimatum. Let us talk about the ultimatum, girl. It's pretty good. They're on season 3. And I want us to chat about season 3 real quick, like, because I have been watching it. Right now, it's only 5 episodes out. I do believe that they're going to put the rest of them out on Wednesday. And I'm not going to do like individual reviews because I feel like I'm a tad bit behind. Okay. So we're just going to do an overall conversation of episodes 1 through 5. I have taken some notes, and a lot of these notes are from things that I can recall of what happened in between the couples and stuff. So we're going to get into it. All right. So yeah, first of all, I think we start off with like 6 couples. I feel like it doesn't matter because we're really only focusing on 3. I'll go ahead and let you guys know. Spoiler alert for the people that have not watched it. Sorry, girl, you can fast forward. Okay, let me give you some time. There you go. You had enough time. All right. So Micah and Chanel and Vanessa and Dave, they gonna end up leaving anyway. Okay. So they not even gonna be the focus of the group. And actually, I was wrong when I said that it was 3 couples. It's 4 couples that we'll be focused on. So it was 6 couples. 2 of them left. We'll be focused on 4 couples. All right. So, Aria and Scotty, all right? It appears that Scotty gave Aria the ultimatum and they have been together for like 3 years, okay? The issue with their relationship is the fact that they have been dating for 3 years long distance, from my understanding, okay? Looks like she has a really good job and she's afraid of saying yes to him because she feels like she's going to sacrifice a lot, meaning she's going to have to relocate, go to him. A lot of what comes with marrying him is going to require a lot of change on her end versus his end. And for her, she feels like she saw her mom sacrifice a lot for her dad. And what did she get out of the deal? Nothing, because she ain't with the daddy no more. She says that her parents were going through a divorce at one point. I think before they even went through the divorce, they ended up having an open relationship, she says. So she ended up seeing a lot of different women, okay? I guess around her dad or whatever. And so I think that may lead to a little bit of resentment for maybe both of her parents, who knows, as to why she does not desire to have marriage. And that's probably why she might enjoy living so far apart from him potentially, okay? But she says that she thinks she may have to sacrifice a lot for him and she just don't want to end up like her parents, okay? Like her mama sacrificed a lot for the daddy. And it's interesting because she's not ready to get married and everything, but girl, she was crying her eyes out soon as she saw that man may be ready to be with somebody else, girl. Okay? It's like, honey, if that's how you feel, girl, you might want to rethink this, okay? Excuse me, you might want to rethink this and consider, do you want to marry him or do you want to go and let this damn thing go? Okay? Now think about it. All right, so that's what's going on with them. Next, let's talk about Zaina and JR. Zaina is a beautiful woman, very absolute gorgeous. JR, he's all right, okay, and it's no disrespect. Everybody has different attractions to different people. I really want to say my honest thoughts, but I feel like it's not nice. So I'm probably just gonna hold him. Anywho, they met on a dating app and they've been together for about 3 years. And he speaks on being her first to make her orgasm. And I'm like, why did you need to tell us that? I feel like JR is very full of himself. And it's irritating. And it's giving you ain't even all that. Your body is, but you're not. And I cringe, okay? Like, why did you need to let us know that? I should have known the moment that he sat up there talking about, she told me that I was the first man to make her orgasm. Should have told me all that I needed to know, okay? What we also learned is that they're both in their 30s and that JR actually had a failed marriage. I believe the wife may have cheated on him, okay? While you over here all focused on sex and this, that, and the other, okay, it appears that your wife probably cheated on your ass. Well, I don't know. I don't know if the wife really cheated on him. The fact that he is so, in my opinion, sexually driven, I think he may have cheated on the damn wife. In all honesty, I do. Okay, I think he ended up catching some things, finding out stuff. But like, I feel like what we may know is that his wife cheated on him. But what we don't know is that he probably was cheating on her too. And she about gave his ass what he was looking for. And he about never expected her to go out and do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's given he might be the victim in the marriage, but how he portraying it. But it's really given that that lady about did to you what you did to her, high key, if you ask me. Okay. Now Zaina, she's ready to get married and stuff. She's ready to see some progress happen in this relationship. But for him, he ain't that anxious to go ahead and get married, considering the fact that he just had a failed one. So you kind of stuck. And then he's going to continue to hold your relationship to the standards of his past. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't think this is going to make for a great recipe. Okay. You know how people say that, oh, she brought this man on this TV show, this reality show, so that she can divorce him. I feel like she definitely brought this man on this show so she can get rid of him. And the best way to get over one is to get up on another one, is what they say. Don't know how true, girl. But she's going to find somebody else that she's more liking. And I do hope they not together in the end. I hate to say it. I hate to wish that on them, but I just really feel like she deserves much better than what she's getting out of him. In my personal, okay, I don't think she's a very affectionate person, and I think that's something that JR has mentioned. But I also feel like you don't make her feel like that. I don't think he makes her feel affectionate when it comes to him. So I don't know. I feel like y'all have some trouble, some infidelity and stuff that may have taken place in y'all relationship over the past 3 years, and y'all just may have not expounded upon that just yet. But it's something that's off about y'all. But beautiful. I mean, they do make a beautiful couple together. But she's absolutely gorgeous. Let's get to Sandy and Nick, because I can't stand Sandy. Her face reminds me of somebody from the past episodes, and I cannot think of her name. I feel like the person may have been on Love Is Blind one of these seasons. I cannot think, but I think she's a bit smaller than this girl, and I just can't. I'm seeing it. She looks like somebody, but I can't think of the name of who that person was. Okay, I feel like her name could have been like a Jessica or something. But anywho, Sandy and Nick. So Nick is the one that's giving Sandy the ultimatum. All right, and they've been together for about 2.5 years. Now he's ready to settle down, but she really isn't. Like, he lives in the city, but he's ready to move outside of the city and really settle this thing down. And like, he much older. Okay, she says that they like 10 years apart. He look like he about 40. Okay. I feel like she may be in her 20s though. I really think I'm not sure. Let me see if I can look that up real quick, because I just want to know how old is Sandy, because I really feel like they got a strong distance in between them, because if he ain't 40, girl, it's strong in the face giving 40. But give me one second. Okay, he's pushing it, all right? He's 38, she's 27, all right? Whatever, okay? Either way, she's still in her whole phase, okay? She's still out here enjoying herself, having a good time. He ready to settle down. She not quite there yet, okay? I think she got a few more men to smash, and I think JR is one of them. Mariah and Caleb, okay? Mariah is the one that issued Caleb the ultimatum. They've been dating for 2 years, and she thinks after 2 years, he should know what it is that he wants when it comes to marriage, okay? He's not ready to rush that quite yet. But I mean, Caleb is super cute. I think they have a nice little couple there. I can see these two going back to each other. I think he has a lot of respect for her. There's definitely loyalty there for her. I can see these two actually getting back together and him proposing to her for sure. Dave and Vanessa, they are one of the couples that's going to be heading the hell out. Okay. He isn't ready, and she is. So she's the one that gave him the ultimatum, and he says it's a slow decision making process. Why? I can't even remember how long these people have been together, and I'm just a little confused as to why is that the case. Like, I can't remember. I feel like everybody has been here at a minimum of 2 years, I would say. But he's saying it's a slow decision making process. Like, boy, what? I guess, honey. And what else did he say? Oh, he said something like, "Oh, people are bringing their significant other on this ultimatum, for a good reason, like hoping for a good something like that." He says people doing this process for a good reason or something, and she like, "You don't think a good reason is marrying me?" Like, he's not ready for marriage, and she's like he's not ready for it. He acts like he is, but he's not. Only for him to just be jealous as hell, about to lose his shit in the first week, ready to leave ASAP. Okay, because he's not ready to see her with somebody else, but you ain't. I feel like it. I don't know. Let me not say that. Not ready to see her with nobody else, but also not ready to propose to her. Good luck. All right, Micah and Chanel. I don't know if anybody else noticed this, and I had to rewind it because maybe I missed it, guys. But when they was going around the table talking to everybody, trying to find out about how long they've been together, I don't remember Micah and Chanel telling anything. I remember watching it, and I'm seeing they going through everybody, but by the time they got to, what couple was that? I think it was Aria and Scotty. I think. Was it them? or was it Vanessa and Dave? I think it was Aria and Scotty. By the time they got to them, they ended up speaking on Vanessa and Nick's relationship, and then they rolled it into why everybody is there. So I don't know. I felt like I didn't see much about them. I guess it don't matter because they didn't play much of a role in the season any damn way. Okay, he calls her wife. Okay, I think she gave him the ultimatum. He's not ready. He calls her wifey and stuff, but has yet to propose, and she feels a way about that because she like, why are you referring to me as that? But you're not making an initiative to make that an actual reality for me. She really wants to marry him, wants to be with him. She's saying, life isn't promised to us. You just never know what's gonna happen on tomorrow or whatever. So she's ready to get this thing moving. He's telling her, in my opinion, I feel like he used the excuse of what Arya's reasoning was, like having a good job and stuff like that and sacrificing. And he was like, oh, well, what if, you we get married and then you end up getting pregnant or something like that. Like, what if we get married and you start having babies and you have a really good career now, right? And it takes you away from your career. And she's like, boy, I'm not asking you to get me pregnant like today or tomorrow. I'm asking for like the next step in commitment is what I'm asking for. Like, not for you to get me pregnant. I feel like he was playing mind games on her a little bit, trying to use her marketing job as an excuse because she used to be an Uber driver and he used to ride around with her all the time. Now she done got this marketing job and things are going real well. And he feels like if she gets pregnant or something, she gonna have to take a step back. I'm like, nigga, do you hear yourself? You don't even sound right. That girl could get pregnant before y'all even get married. Okay? So what? I mean, I don't trust Micah, and I hate that Chanel did not complete this process for herself. I also feel like if there was a better option or better options out there for Chanel or even maybe Micah, if they would have had better people that they were actually attracted to, I think they would have stayed much longer. Okay, but let's move on. Right out the gate, okay? Everybody learns that they are single. They can date whoever they want to date for like a whole week or whatever. Then after that, they're going to get a trial partner, live with the trial partner for a little bit. Then after that, they're going to go back to their original partner, live with them, and then it's going to be time for them to make a decision on whether they're going to stay or they're going to go, okay? So Sandy is ready to sink her nails right into JR right out the gate. I hate to see it. It's just, ugh. Girl, anyway, we already knew this, though. We already do it. We already do it, girl. The typical white girl going after the buff black guy or whatever. You see it a lot with athletes, girl. Cringeworthy. Anywho, so she says Nick is her hobby. Nick is like, girl, I'm supposed to be your husband, not your hobby. I said, he must give you a piece of good drunk dick. Must be what he gives you. And more importantly, he must give you financing. Because I really don't think that she's into that man like that for real. Okay? Everybody kisses when they're about to go their separate ways, but Zaina and JR don't kiss. They actually fist pump. Now, the fact that as we watch the show, they don't show much of emotion like everybody else and show how they're so jealous. Like some of the other people are slick losing their shit. Now, I feel like Caleb has been more calm. A bit. I think Caleb has been calm in his emotions and stuff, but everybody else has been feeling a way about things. So it makes some people ask, including myself, like, are they a real couple, Zaina and JR? Or could it potentially be that some shit just popped off between them right before they came to the ultimatum? And they were on some, I ain't fucking with you right now. Like, you foolish as, like, I don't care, whatever. I'm glad we doing this experience. Or did they break up before the damn show? And then now they on this, but they got their call back as a couple. Maybe they applied as a couple, could have broke up right before the show, decided to come together for the damn show or something like that. I'm just wondering, are they real? Because what's going on? But anywho, girl, they gave each other a fist pump. It wasn't really so much as a kiss. And I just haven't seen much emotion come from either of them as they see them entertain other people. Okay, but y'all let me know what y'all see. So Sandy and JR get to know each other, and it seems Nick can't keep his eyes off them. Nick can't even get to know nobody else because he's sitting over there eyeing damn JR and Sandy. And he knows Sandy's type. He knows it. And I feel like even if he's never seen Sandy around this type of man before, he may have seen Sandy look at a man like him or even speak on a man, you know what I'm saying, like him. So he know the type of girl he got. All right, so JR is feeling Aria, and he's also feeling the white girl Sandy. He says that he's primarily attracted to women that are mixed. That's typically what he dates or whatever. But now it's giving he has a fetish for a white one, just like she may have a fetish for this black one. Okay, so it's getting weird a bit. So Sandy wanted to be wherever JR was that night. Like for me, it's giving I don't find her I'm not trying to date her. Okay, but let me just be quiet. I'll just say this. Listen, if it came to beauty, Zaina is eating Sandy up. Period. Okay, I'll say that. It's definitely giving all sexual chemistry between them, and I cringe. I just hate to see it. It's just so ugh. Mm. It's so obvious and he talking about how they'll have some cute mixed kids. I said they are so lame. Sandy says that they have more than sexual chemistry. Lies, girl. You don't even really know that man like that. What you mean? You barely had much of a conversation to know whether it's more than sexual chemistry or not. Like, ugh. Scotty and Zaina are vibing pretty well. Scotty seems to be pretty cool. He does think that Zaina is wifey material. He thinks they live separate. When it comes to him and his girl, they live so much of separate lives because she's in one state or wherever she is and he's in another. Okay, so when it came to buying their flights to come out to wherever they had to go, she bought hers completely separate. Like they don't do things as a couple, which is I don't know. The girl, either way, she's still emotionally invested in him because when she see him over there talking to Zaina, girl, she about to lose her damn shit. Okay, she does. Also, Zaina lets us know or lets Scotty know that JR is not laser focused on her. She says she wants a partner that's going to be laser focused on her. He said, oh, you don't feel like you got that now? And she's like, no. Okay. I said, listen, that means she's sick of his bullshit. Okay. It's giving, he not over that failed ass marriage he had. And ever since he felt the pain of what that lady gave him, he's been on a mission to make sure other folks feel what he felt. Okay, so Scotty holding hands with Zaina on the first night. I was like, ooh, on the first night, I know you vibing, but God, dog, that's similar to JR putting his arm all around Sandy. Sandy say, you can put your arm around me, and she's all happy and giddy like a high school girl. This black boy got his arm all around her. I'm just like, I guess, girl. Okay, so I do feel like y'all was a little piece of touchy-feely. Okay, y'all could have scaled back just a little piece, okay? Because when Aria saw that, baby, Miss Ma'am went crazy. She went emotional. She got up, had to go to the bathroom and cry. Shout out to Caleb. He went back there, checked on her, made sure she was good. I said, Caleb is so sweet. Mariah may have her a really good guy. Okay, he go back there and hug her. He's like, do you need a hug? Do you want a hug? And he hugged her, consoled her while she was back there emotional about Scotty. Then she came back to the front and said, can I separate you guys? That's what she said to Scotty and Zaina. Zaina was over there looking the food like, oh shit, like, let me get the hell up. Poor Zaina, honey. So, I do feel like Scotty was trying to police the connection just a little bit. I understand you don't want him touching anybody, but when she sat down there and tried to come at him for how he was doing his experience, and then she says, "How would you like it if I did that with JR?" He was like, "Well, how was your talk with JR?" I mean, what she said, it was cool or something like that. He was like, exactly. She was like, we're doing what we're supposed to do. We're getting to know each other. And he like, that's what we doing. Okay? That's what we doing. Like, why you trying to police what I'm doing and I ain't been over there policing what the hell you been doing? Like, that ain't cool. And then he yells at her. Now, that's when I was like, you ain't have to yell at that girl. Okay? I understand you frustrated. But you ain't have to do that girl like that. Okay? So she got upset and she felt like she was gaslit. Now, y'all gonna let me know what y'all think anyway, because that's just how y'all is. But I feel like if that's the case, y'all was gaslighting each other. Just a little piece, okay? Just a little piece. So I'm like, it may have been a little too much. And I do feel like he may have done that intentionally, in my opinion. Because you held this girl's hand as you walked past Miss Aria, but when you didn't see Aria over there no more, you wasn't holding her hand when y'all went back to that seat. So, I don't know. You was doing that to get in her head just a little bit. Okay? But this whole process is about getting in y'all's heads. The whole process. She was sick just seeing him talk to a whole nother girl anyway. So the whole process gone anyway, girl. So anywho, so seeing Sandy and JR lust over each other. I can't stand it. But you know what? I will say this. I think JR is showing up on this show exactly as he shows up back at home. This is who he is. And that may be why Zaina has, like, she's not moved. She feel no ways. Zaina and Scotty, let's get back to them because they seem to want the same things, out of relationship and stuff, which is why they ended up pairing up with each other at some point. Because they both, want to be loved on. Okay, they both want to be taken serious. They both want to get to that next step. Okay, now she mentions her mom wanting her to wait to have kids until she finds the right husband. Again, that also makes me think the mama don't think JR is that guy for her, which I find to be pretty interesting because at some point, Zaina goes and meets with her friends and let her friends and her sister meet Scotty. And the sister is sitting up there talking about something. I love JR. I'm like, well, then tell me what you like about him. Like, what do you love about him, girl? What is it? Okay, did she ask her sister, like, if he asked you, like, to marry him or whatever, or if he proposed, like, tomorrow or whatever, what would you say? She's like, I'm saying no. Okay, now I don't know if that's a play. If she playing in our face because we get down on one knee, she might say yeah to him, IDK. But she's saying that she would say no or whatever. And the sister, I don't know if anybody caught the glimpse of the sister's face as she looked over at Scotty, and it was like him. Like, you're gonna choose him, so you could tell she finds Jr. more attractive than she finds Scotty. That's what I was getting. Okay. And then, of course, you would love Scotty. I'm sorry, JR, potentially. Maybe. I don't know. You've been around him for 3 years, so you're more familiar with him than Scotty. Right? But also, in addition to that, your mama been living longer than all y'all. And she know what the hell going on. And she see that man ain't it. She see that ain't the one for her daughter. Okay? You just a young girl. Okay? You about going off image and stuff. So, JR and Sandy, because they end up linking up with each other. And once they decided to be together and said, oh, yeah, this going to be my trial wife. When I tell y'all, Nick was pissed the fuck off, baby. Nick was pissed. He like, y'all don't understand how much I've been trying to get this woman to open up. And you mean to tell me she only known this dude for like a week or so, and he done already got her to open up? Oh, BITC, oh, we finna bust doors. It's finna, like, it's going down. And they be like, oh, you out your motherfucker. Like, so he was really, girl, that man was really upset. Like, he was mad as hell, okay? So they done moved into the house or whatever together, JR and Sandy, and she talks about how the next morning she ended up bumping into him at like Starbucks and stuff. And I'm like, did you really bump into him at Starbucks? Or did you tell him that's where you were going? Or was he slick stalking you? Because Nick was giving a little piece of stalking vibes, just a little bit throughout this season. Like, it's really weird. So he's been texting her and calling her repeatedly, and he gonna tell her that they just there to fuck around and stuff. And she's like, no, that's not why we're here. We're really trying to do the process. Like, we're really trying to commit or whatever. Like, you brought me out here. Like, this is what you wanted. So that's what we're gonna do. And I'm like, girl, that man know his woman. He know. He know that you only there to get you to suck a little zick and hop on a zick. That man know that. That man ain't stupid, girl. Stop trying to play on that man's top like that. He know what the hell going on. Okay. Um, JR says it bothers him that Sandy is stressed out. Do y'all hear what I say? So JR says, it bothers me that Sandy's stressed out. But just a second ago, he was talking about his girl Zaina, and how Zaina being with a Scotty doesn't bother him. It doesn't bother you that your girl is with another man, but it bothers you that Nick got this woman stressed out. I guess, honey. I guess. I just, ugh. Don't like them people, girl. I don't. I just, anywho. So then, I don't know if y'all caught, at one point, JR said that I guess his connection or him being with Sandy is magical. Me being with Sandy is magical. Magical? Are you, what? What is this? What is he talking about? Oh, no. So he be calling her babe, wifey, all of this stuff. I can't. And then I could have sworn he hugged her when they were out to eat earlier on, and it sounded like he said, I love you or something. Like, I think at one point she said that too. I'm just like, her, y'all are weird. Shit is getting weird. It's just getting weird. It's getting weird, and it's getting even more disrespectful than holding hands. Okay? In my personal. What else? So JR. JR talks about social media and thinks that because when they're outside at one point, I think he asked her like, what are her thoughts on social media and stuff, and she's like, oh, I think that we all both should be able to post each other, and he was like, well, I think the wife should post, but not the husband. I'm like, okay, more red flags, more fuckboy activity is what it's giving for me. Okay, got you. Then she's like, why? Why don't you want to post anything? Like, why do you think the wife should, be the only one posting things or whatever like that? Is it because of your past relationship, your marriage? And he like, yeah. Because he won't want nobody to hop in his DMs. Because they know who he is. Hop in his DMs and tell him about his wife. No, Nicole. You would not want none of them girls to hop in your lady's DM and tell her what the fuck you been out there doing. That's what that is. Ugh, I can't stay. Girl, I hope he proposed. And I hope Zayna leaves him with egg on his face. So then what else? So then he says out of fear for discovering that you're cheating on him, he doesn't he also said he don't want to have access to phones. He's like, I don't want your access code. I don't want you to have my access code because I would hate to go in there and find out that you're cheating on me or whatever. Like, he makes no damn sense. He's a walking red flag in my opinion. That just don't, like, I don't want to go on your phone and find out that you're cheating on me. Like, it's just giving, listen, I'm going to be doing my thing and I'm going to be doing it on my phone. And if I don't want you to go through my phone, I'm going to have to be okay with you not going through yours. That's just what it's giving. Okay? That's just how I see him. Aria and Caleb, I feel like they have a really cute vibe going on. They do like the weird stuff that a lot of girls would like to do with their guy. Like, he did this whole spa night or whatever with her, got her a little foot thing, like scrub her foot, do the little facials and stuff like that. So that's some cute little bonding time. In my personal, that ain't just some friendship type stuff, and y'all both attracted to each other. And he said on the first night when they was asking questions, they was like, who would you see yourself living with or whatever, and he was like, Aria, right out the gate. Okay, girl, listen, honey, that man been trying to claim that territory. He been saw that girl as attractive, but doesn't want to admit that and just want to say that they have a friendship, because he feels like they both feel like they developing an emotional connection. So knowing that girls night was going to come up, Aria was like, I kind of want to go ahead and just tell Mariah like what's going on, and how I'm feeling and stuff. And he's like, nah, like, it's a friendship. Like, just keep it at a friendship or whatever. Like, you don't need to tell her nothing. I'll tell her or whatever. Like, he said he has a lot of loyalty to Mariah. But I feel like you're not fully being honest about how you feel, and that's the whole reason y'all are there. Like, it's okay. At least you having this emotional connection to her. You not, going past that, making it a physical one. I think it's going to be common if you living with somebody, being around them, spending time with them, doing different stuff, getting to know them and stuff like that, and they heart and stuff. You're going to develop an emotional connection. It only makes sense, okay? It only makes sense. Now, let's get to Vanessa and Nick, because they ended up being a couple. Now, when Nick, who's technically partnered up with Sandy in real life, Nick and Vanessa stay together. And when I tell y'all, Nick spent most of his time with Vanessa talking about fucking Sandy, I felt once they moved in, it was too much. It was too much. And at some point, Vanessa, who is with Dave, decides that she finna leave that bitch. Okay? She ends up leaving that hoe. Yep. She leaves. She leaves his ass hanging, honey. So leaving him, he gonna end up going crazy. Now, who else ended up leaving? Now, Micah and Chanel ended up leaving. Chanel was partnered up with Dave, and Micah was partnered up with Mariah, right? Well, I feel like Chanel and Dave already had the conversation about not wanting to be there or something. I do. I feel like Micah may have talked to Mariah about leaving, potentially, not wanting to do the process, I guess. And I think Chanel may have told Dave. I just find it real interesting that Dave, Chanel, Micah, and Vanessa got the hell on. I'm hoping that when Vanessa left with Dave, I'm hoping that Dave may have proposed and that made her leave, because he was already trying to get her to leave the first week. And she was like, nah. She was like, I feel like we need to stay around and get what we're supposed to get out of this process. Like, it's too soon for us to leave. Like, we just got here. But then you allowed him to convince you. But then I also feel like Nick didn't make her feel no better, because who wants to be stuck in a damn room helping a man channel through his damn emotions over his bitch when you the one that brought her there. Then on the other end, she got to deal with Dave and his damn emotions too. I feel like I don't blame Vanessa for wanting to get the hell on. I really don't. I mean, I'm talking about Nick over there going through it, over there crying, going outside. She's sitting on the counter talking to him. He on the other counter talking, and then everything is about Sandy, 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 Sandy. It was giving every bit of Krabby Patty for sure. He was being a Krabby Patty, and she had to get the hell on. Okay. So now that she done left, baby, because listen, Mariah, Nick, all of them came to the room. Mariah and Nick came to the room thinking their partner was gonna be there or something. Baby, gone. All clothes, suitcases, every bit of them erased. Okay, got the hell up out there, bitch. Do you hear me? So now Nick is really pressed because not only does he not have Vanessa to pass the time, right, and try to keep his mind off of what JR and Sandy is doing, now he's left with his thoughts. No, they're not going to be teaming up Mariah and Nick together. They will continue their process solo. I think Mariah is handling her process the best out of all of them. Well, not out of all of them, but out of the both of them, she's handling it very good. Like, she might be sad, crying. They're not showing that, right? But she's handling it the best that she can. But what I don't like, in my opinion, is that the exes still get to have interaction a bit with the other person. So, like I said, Nick has been blowing up Sandy's phone the entire time, calling her, blowing her up. I don't think that, like, they shouldn't be able to ruin nobody else's process, in my opinion. Whether I like Sandy and JR or not, that he shouldn't be able to do that. That's too damn much, in my opinion. Same thing with, what's his name? Caleb. I don't think Caleb should have access to Mariah and vice versa. I don't know if y'all need to get them dummy phones for emergency purposes where, you only can reach out to production. I don't know what y'all need to do. But I didn't really like that. But honestly, at the same time, it is reality. You could move on with somebody else and still have that baggage or that past person that you're with. For the sake of the experiment, y'all need to not allow them to talk to each other. Okay? But I will say this, Caleb was definitely being available for Mariah as much as he could throughout this process because he hated the fact that she was there by herself, though, for real. But Nick was trying to ruin Sandy's. I think he was trying to get Sandy to leave. And Sandy wasn't finna go nowhere. Sandy, like, I have not hopped on this big black Zick, honey. Okay, I have not hopped on it, and I'm going to hop on it before we leave. And you brought me here, and I'm going to make sure you feel all that you need to feel because you shouldn't have brought me here in the first place. Okay, so now you get what you asked for. Okay, period. Okay. And even after you get it, my answer still going to be no. I still don't want to marry you. Okay, that's crazy. You put yourself through all of this. So, Sandy gonna sit up there talk about something. I'm really pissed. I'm pissed at Vanessa for leaving Nick alone. Yeah, you pissed at him because you can't fuck JR in peace. That's what that is. You sick because now he got even more time on his hands to blow your ass up and come up to that damn door and knock on it, okay? Because he showed out when he did that. Like, are you crazy? Like, what's going on with you? So Dave and Chanel, they both ended up leaving with their partners. We got into all of that. So now at some point, the ladies link up. It's time for the ladies to link up. But let me say this before we get into the ladies and get to the men. So Nick started to lose his fucking mind when Vanessa left and he was there by himself. At one point, he was outside and JR was like, oh, there's your ex. He was down there. It made Sandy get up and go inside because I think JR wasn't sure if he actually saw them or not, but he did. That man saw y'all. He definitely saw y'all. I think he was across the street, probably saw y'all eating or watching where y'all were, counted the floors, counted the apartments over, went and listened at the door to find out where the hell y'all were located, in my opinion, ran upstairs one night, knocked on the door. He was trying to just burst into their room so he could talk to Sandy, and JR stopped his ass at the door. Like, bro, you could get the hell out of here. She does not want to talk to you. What the hell you think you're doing? Like, back up. She ain't trying to have no conversation with you. He's like, man, you don't know me, dog. And JR was like, and you don't know me either. He said, dude, you think you're funny? He was like, I know I'm not fucking funny, or something like that. So JR was finna treat Nick for sure. Sandy had to come out there or whatever. Then she had to tell him, like, you need to leave. Like, this is disrespectful. It's not cool. You need to go. JR was like, please, because you embarrassing yourself. And I'm finna still go in here and fuck on your girl. Like, that's just what it is, girl. That's crazy work. Okay, because when I say JR is really taking this serious as though Miss Sandy is his wife, seriously, like that's his wife. You don't know if you want to be married again, but you're definitely going above and beyond the call of duty to refer to this woman as your wife. He is such a fucking red flag walking clown to me. Anywho, so the ladies link up and they're over there chit chatting and talking. I think this may be when Sandy could have told them about Nick and how he showed his ass or whatever. Mariah had to let her know, like, girl, I sat down with Nick. Me and Nick had a few conversations, and I'm gonna be real honest with you, honey. That motherfucker there, girl, he is not ready for marriage. And I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear or not. I don't know, but girl, he's not ready. And Sandy looking like, girl, that's exactly what I want to hear because I'm not gonna marry his ass. No way. Okay, girl, please. Okay. Absolutely not. And then they talk about how he paints, and he paints as escapism for him to deal with the, I don't know, I guess he escapes to deal with the BS. But then, according to Sandy, he's not dealing with it at all. She called him a fucking idiot. When I tell you that Sandy does not value him at all, okay, I really feel like he provides for her financially just a bit. He has to do something, but she's not really that into him for real. Sandy sits in the face of Zaina at some point and they talk. And she tells this girl that she's trying to help get JR where he needs to be for her. I really want Zaina to snatch a plug in this bitch. Yeah. Like, I really want her to just snatch her ass up. But JR ain't even worth it, so why? You know the type of nigga you got. Zaina gonna sit up. I'm not Zaina, but Sandy gonna sit up there and tell Zaina to her face talking about something. I mean, yeah, we're not hooking up. It's not like we're hooking up. First of all, you telling her information she didn't even ask you about. The fact that you volunteering that confirms that you are. Thanks. Okay, but Zaina sitting over there just looking at her in her face like, girl, I know my guy. I know the type of guy I got. And the fact that you're saying y'all haven't hooked up, girl, please. Girl, please, honey. That's on brand for him. I'll be surprised if he didn't try you like that. That's what I took from the facials. And then Zaina said something like, "Oh, you know, Sandy's gorgeous. I mean, shit, if I was gonna choose, I probably would have chose Sandy too." Ha 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 ha. I'm like, girl, don't lie. Don't lie like that. Okay? Sandy says, "Hi, yeah, sister wives." Sister wives? What the fuck? She's a sister wives? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She want to hang around. She want to share that zick with Zaina. No, thank you. So Aria tells Mariah that she and Caleb are pretty much developing a deeper connection and emotional connection. I don't think she said it verbatim like that, but she pretty much let her know, like, listen, he makes me feel a way that I've never felt before. We've been having a great time. He makes me laugh. He's this, that, and the other girl. Like, you know, I've never felt this type of way for a person like that so quickly. Basically telling her, like, yeah, I'm catching something for your man, girl. Then she says, you know, Caleb told me that how your communication style is not that great, and basically it leaves him to believe that you don't trust him when you do certain things, like, oh, we should probably I think, like, if he goes somewhere, she'll want to know exactly where he's going, or like, hey, we should probably share our locations if we go and do such and such and such. And he's like, why? Like, you don't trust me or something? But in Mariah's head, she's thinking like, no, it's just a smart thing for us to do if we're gonna go places without each other. Like, you just would want to know that, like, the person that you're with is, like, if anything were to happen, you know where they are, or whatever the case. But that's not how Caleb takes it in. So they just got some small communication issues because, you know, just got to figure out how the mind process and how it works. So they got to figure that out. But I do think Caleb and Mariah are going to end up back together. I feel bad for Aria because she could potentially lose her dude to Zaina for real and be leaving here by herself. Okay. And it helps because Zaina, I think, is on the same coast as him. So, and much closer, I think. But girl, we'll see. Good luck, honey. Now let's get to the guys. So the guys ended up meeting up, right? And Nick gets there to meet up and immediately goes to shake JR hand and apologize to him. And JR like, I mean, okay. Like, I mean, we'll talk though. We'll talk. Like, you don't just get to do what you want to do, bust up at my house. I think I ain't finna see you bad at live, but we'll talk. So the whole time Nick was like apologizing and letting him know like how hard this is. I'm doing this process by myself. You know what I'm saying? It makes it even worse, you know. JR wants to bust out laughing in his face, and you could tell he wants to laugh so bad. Then he asks this man, like, what's the issue? Is it because she picked me? Basically, are you jealous because she picked me? And Nick says no. I say, Nick, you lying. It is because she picked him. Honestly, it is. He just says it's a hard process to be in when you by yourself. So basically, he ain't got nobody to occupy his time. He only got his thoughts. So JR says that, he lost all respect for him once he showed up to the house and showed his ass the way that he did. He said, I didn't even know you knew where I lived, okay? So then JR goes on to talk about his own process, because I believe Nick inquired about him and his girl. And I know Nick inquired about how he's feeling about his own girl versus Sandy, because he's trying to gauge, like, damn, is he really feeling Sandy? Could he take her from me? Like, what's up? You got your own girl. Like, how you feeling about her, And so JR says that he's been doing a lot of soul searching and that he's learned a lot himself throughout this process with Sandy. I don't believe him. Then he goes on to brag and start praising Sandy and her qualities. And you could tell he was doing it as a sock you moment to Nick, to get inside that man's head. When I tell you Caleb was up there trying not to bust out laughing, it was very funny. I'm not going to lie. But Scotty gets there, okay? Scotty gets there. Everybody's chilling, okay? Y'all know Caleb is with Scotty's girl, Aria. So he asked Caleb, like, are you starting to catch feelings for her? And Caleb says, nah, it's just a friendship. Scotty said, bullshit. Okay? I've never been around a guy, or something like that. Like, something about him never believing a guy would not have the type a connection to that girl. And he's right. Whatever he said, he was right. Okay, Caleb over there lying, but Caleb told him straightforward, like, I ain't really got too much to tell you. It's a friendship. If there's anything else that you're thinking about it, that's a conversation for you and her. That's not for me and you or something. I was like, oh, okay then, Caleb, baby, okay, I guess, honey. So then JR tells Scotty that he said he was there for a hall pass, meaning somebody told JR that Scotty said JR was only there for a hall pass. Cause you is. And I felt like JR was trying to start shit, or at least the producers were. So Scotty says, I ain't say that shit. Who said I said? Who said that? I ain't say that. Who told you I said that? And I loved how Scotty was giving JR the energy back. Like, you could try and punk me all you want to. I love when he said, why you mad, bro? I was like, you better let that man know, like, he don't bother you, okay? JR wouldn't say who told him, though, because everybody was asking, like, who told you? He wouldn't say who told him. But I love when Scotty was like, you mad, bro? And he was like, no, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out who's saying whatever they're saying about me. And then JR said, well, it wasn't me. I ain't say shit about you. What I look like? He said, well, I just feel like you probably was trying to, bring that designer to try to throw some salt in my game or whatever like that. He was like, nah, dog, that wouldn't do me no justice trying to say that's what you there for or any of that to try and get a pass. Like, I'm not that type of dude. Like, I don't know what you talking about and who told you that, but it ain't me. Okay, JR was like, well, I just felt like it was a little manipulative. Like, and I'm thinking, no, baby, you're manipulative. Caleb says, I think the person that told you that is the manipulative one. So who said that? Okay, but he would never say who said it. So JR says, like, yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't even know why. Like, you don't even know the type of connection me and Sandy really got. We got a real connection. And then Nick said, wait, so a real connection? So does that mean y'all sleeping together? Baby, JR didn't know how to answer that. And the fact that he didn't know how to answer it gave me all we needed to know, even though we already knew it. Okay? JR says, yeah, in the same bed. Trying to be funny. Scotty and Caleb like, my nigga, damn well that ain't what he's talking about. That's not what he's saying. But he wouldn't really confirm it, okay? He wouldn't really answer the question honestly. And then Nick is just like, I mean, if y'all are, it only confirms my worst fears. It's what I was already thinking. And I was just confirming that that's really what it is, what's going on. So now I think on the next episode, we're going to see that they about was getting it in. Okay. Or it could be a particular situation where people already got this narrative out there about us that we're doing this and doing that. So we might as well just do it then. But I think it's been happening. I do. I think it's been happening, especially when they met up with each other the very first times. Not one of their earlier on dates, and they were in a restaurant. And of course, they getting all touchy-feely with each other. And then Sandy says, no, he asking about her lips. Oh, your lips, they're cute. They're this and that, all this other stuff. And she says, I mean, you can kiss me, but I won't kiss you back. Like we already know. I think they hunched on the first night, to be honest with you, because then they go on another date where they're bowling or something, and he says if I win, then you have to sleep in my t-shirt and nothing else, and that's it. Yeah, they there for hall passes, honey. But Sandy is there to get the hell out of her relationship, okay? And she can't do it on her own, for real, for real. But that's pretty much everything that I got, from the episode so far. Episodes 1 through 5. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts about it. Have you been watching it? Have you been enjoying it? It's been a pretty good season. I'm not gonna hold you. So I've been liking it, okay? But that's all I got. Y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below, honey. I'm Jamie, that's me, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be